Fire may fall, tables may scatter, but relax. We're still here to gist you the real stories, the ones they shout about, and the ones they whisper when they think no one's listening. No rumors, no Nollywood script, just the news reviewed your way. Welcome to News in Review. I am Jennifer Pius. The Niger Delta region was like a beehive this week, with so many activities shaking up the entire country and drawing attention. You might need to grab a popcorn because we're just getting started. Just after the local government elections in Rivers State, where some sect termed unconstitutional for an administrator to conduct, the Rivers State Administrator, Iboete Iba, swore in the newly elected local government chairman and urged them to uphold integrity and fairness.
The honor that your people have bestowed upon you must be repaid with accountability, humility, and an unwavering commitment to their welfare. Public service is not an avenue for personal aggrandizement. It is not a shortcut to wealth, nor a theater for vanity. It is and must always remain a call to service with integrity, transparency, and compassion.
This election got some eyes rolling, especially as the suspended governor of Rivers State, Seminalaya Fubara, was not seen voting, but the suspended speaker, Martins Ameule, and the FCT minister had done their due diligence. It also raised questions about the return of the democratic governance in Rivers State, which, according to the FCT minister, during his media chat, the governor and the House of Assembly members will be reinstated come September 18. We shall await.
That party. That is not correct. We should have the experience of Nigerian voters in elections. You have general elections, which is being conducted by INEC. You have local elections, which is being conducted by the State Independent Electoral Commission. And you know that most cases, elections start from 10 o'clock in the morning. So when you go to a polling booth by 9 and you think you expect people to come out by that time, that is not the usual case. So we're very happy that this election has, at the end of the day, that has been conducted very peacefully and successfully. I do know that by 18th of September, that the state of emergency will expire, and then that will mean that the state governor and the state assembly will come back to their jobs, and then we have representatives at the grassroots level. Remember, the Supreme Court had nullified the other election. And so if this election was not conducted, it will mean that there will be no representative at the grassroots level, which would not be acceptable by the people of Rivers State. So having done this, then the cost is clear for the state of emergency to be lifted, meaning that the local government has representative, the state government has its own elected representative. So we're good to go.
What happens is own local government. That the people in those governments are those to choose where to go to. And I have agreed to that. And I have influenced, campaigned for my people, vote for PDP. And my people have voted for PDP in my local government. Now you are angry that APC won. No, listen. You are angry that APC won in the other local government, which means why did I not extend the influence I didn't have?
I'm not talking about your influence.
Are you happy with the results of these elections? 20 local government councils, a clean sweep by the All Progressives Congress, and just 20 local government councils by the PDP. Many times on this platform, three by the PDP. A lot of times on this platform, in the media chat, you have said that you will work for the re-election of President Tinubu ahead of 2027. Is this a preview of what is yet to come in the 2027 general election?
Now, can I tell you, the local government that is determining who wins what in the state is my local government. It's Port Harcourt local government. and Obobomandoy local government. And these are local government won by PDP.
But this is just
Listen.
That what occurred in Rivers State over the weekend on Saturday is what we are going to see in 2027. That is my question.
Mind you should know that every election has its own perspective. Look at it. 2, you should know what is happening. Are people happy with what is happening in PDP? The PDP context in those local governments.
Where APC contested?
Yeah, PDP contest.
The last, sorry,
that
please.
It's not correct. Go and get your facts. People are, you see, that's why when you want to say something,
Your Excellency.
It's not every party that can say we see their candidates in Obiabo or in Port Harcourt or in Obibaba or in Obama. No. So you don't expect to win where you do not see candidates. Where you do not see candidates. And what I was thinking, for the first time in the history of this country, you didn't hear gunshots. For the first time in the history of this country, you didn't hear hijacking of materials. And for the first time in the history of this country, no political party has come out to say, look, we don't believe in this kind of election.
While we were still trying to find our place, a troubling incident ensued in Ikorekpene General Hospital, Akwa Ibom. People were short of words, mostly because of how hurtful and dire the situation was. A video of a young woman calling out the hospital management went viral. She screamed and wept profusely over the death of her sister and nephew, following which what she described as negligence. The issue drew the attention of the state governor, House of Assembly, and other well-meaning Nigerians. A panel was set up, and within a week, the report of the findings had already been submitted.
That they would have done this and put everything in place. We called doctor did not pick us.
So the baby had died. So I now, when they got back to the ward, the nurse called me back that she's here, that SPO2 job maybe. She started the oxygen. I said, good, where is Dr. Okon? He said Dr. Okon is here to review the patient. Dr. Thomas was there. I told the lab said the 4 units of blood has been taken there, which she was transfused. So I was communicating with them till she passed on. At the point she passed on, I called the Honorable Commissioner and told him the series of events that occurred right from when the bleeding started up to that.
And to train and treat where it is possible. And that's what I'm doing. And that's what I'm doing. Let me learn now. Let me learn. Let me out first before you bury me. I'm not shouting.
Of the hospital's management board supervises since all the secondary facilities in the department. I really want to apologize to the family of the deceased, apologize to the appointment House of Assembly that has taken pains to come to this hospital.
The hospital is well funded by government. The facilities have been treated with good environmental sanitation. The environment is clean. The hospital do not complain of insufficient staff or inadequate funding. But the negligence is a product of a doctor that was on call who could not come for duty, but because of personal issues, she reneged on her responsibility of government and could not exercise that which is expected of her to do as a doctor on call.
The governor has directed to set up a high-powered committee to investigate the matter. That committee would submit their reports to me, and then I would make a judgment of the committee and pass it on to the governor. Why then should I delve into the arena to pass judgment? My role really is to respond to what has happened, take steps to forestall a breakdown of law and order, ensure that we restore confidence to the system, and then ensure that justice is served not only to the bereaved family, but indeed to the society. Because the loss isn't only to the family, it is to the entire Akwa Ibom and indeed the entire nation.
We are not ignorant of the proactive nature of His Excellency the Governor to also respond by setting up a 14 high-powered investigative panel in this same issue. It shows the level of every organs of government getting involved to get to the roots of the matter. And for those involved negatively, you brought the book. We charge you in this committee as an institution of government that will oversight this ministry. I have to live to expectation. Let people not criticize the governor that is not doing well. Only those that have been given the mandate to assist the governor, only say they have power to make sure that what you cannot do on your own, go to the attention of the government, the governor. I know the governor will do it. So that's why we invited you.
The South-South Development Commission this week dominated the discussion space following the inauguration of the board. I wish the focus was on the board and the mantra. No, it was focused on the board's managing director, Usoro Akpabio. This is where it gets interesting. The talk was not about her ability to deliver, but on her beauty, young nature, and the fact that she has Akpabio in her name. While some mediocres would go about the bandwagon, always try to verify the fact. Yes, she is from Akwa Ibom and has Akpabio in her name. And no, she is not from Isienudem, where the Senate President is from. She is from Uran local government area. The board was inaugurated and they pledged to ensure equitable distribution of resources.
We must therefore adopt and operate a solid corporate governance framework that encourages inclusivity, transparency, and accountability. As far as public service is concerned, we need to be the reference point for governance and transparency in Nigeria. Our lifestyle must also be moderated, as most of the people that we are called to serve are living in penury. We should live by example, and our actions must reflect the values of fairness, equity, and justice.
We will be building the economic backbone of our region. We will ensure that our cities, our towns, and rural communities are not left behind, but positioned to lead. Every bridge we will build, every highway we will expand, every fiber optic line we lay, we bring our people closer to prosperity. Yet, development is not defined by structures alone. It is powered by people. That is why we will be unwavering in our support for entrepreneurs, SMEs, women, and a vibrant youth.
The mandate of the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency as part of the broader health sector is to support subnational units and structures in the development of primary healthcare services. So what does that mean? The National Primary Healthcare Development Agency itself does not operate clinics. We ordinarily should not be hiring staff. But what we do is we define the standards, we mobilize resources, we connect through partnerships.
The South-South Development Commission, relatively new, we just got inaugurated and we have the mandate to carry out regional economic development drive in the entire South-South region in 6 states. And we're funded from the federal government, and we also receive grants to carry out our mandate.
With so much talk about regional development and increasing bandit attack, as well as high terrorism cases across the country, President Bola Tinubu during the week made mention of the unavoidability of the establishment of state policing, stating that this forms part of efforts to strengthen security across the country. This follows the call by the Northern Elders Forum, NEF, on President Bola Tinubu to declare a state of emergency in northern Nigeria. The Elders Forum cited the scale of insecurity and the government's unconstitutional and international obligations to protect lives, lamented the state of security agencies remain unstretched, under-resourced, and in some cases complicit through inaction.
Directed all the security agencies to energize further, to look at the strategy again, additional deployment of air drones, and if they have to shift movement in between Katsina and other boundary areas, they should do so. And they're going to give me a feedback by tomorrow. I'm reviewing all the aspects of the security. It might be necessary, instead of all this civilian, this medical, this, or JTVFT, civilian, that, and we might have to create state police. On one hand, the forest guard is being empowered, and we empower them effectively to push that. We defeat the fear of politicization by political differences that has prevented establishment of the state community policing in the past. And there should be other ways to really counter all of that. I can assure you there's no thinking that we will be left out.
We should continue to collaborate. I've been looking at the security situation more carefully. I've seen civilian JTF, or what you call it, to react to the security challenges. Find so many creative ways you people have been going to protect the neighborhood and communities around you. And that is provoked my thinking about, state police. Again, politics apart. We can discuss with the National Assembly leadership to really, look at critical path to that again. We'll be able to, reverse the decay of several years. In the political environment, we have been drawn into early, political activities from our rival political parties. Whichever way it is, I'm not distracted. I am solidly focused, laser focused on what is ahead.
Continued military operations in the shores of the Lake Chad, Dajin Madama, Mandara Hills, Sambisa Game Reserve, Mansur, Yalua, Futuk, Kolmani areas, Karin Lamido Forest, amongst others. Provision of funding to MNJTF for military operations in the tumbos of the Lake Chad, completion of ongoing road projects, and building of critical roads connecting the state.
Our education curriculum is often said to be very inconsistent with a dynamic world. So many calls have been made for a change, an overhaul of the curriculum to suit advancement and the adoption of artificial intelligence. Finally, prayers have been answered with the announcement from the Ministry of Education on the revised national curriculum for junior and senior secondary schools, including subjects in digital literacy, programming, artificial intelligence, and entrepreneurship. As commendable as this is, some sects argue that the short time frame for implementation, which is September 2025, could ruin the gains this might bring.
The federal government of Nigeria, under the leadership of our elbow,
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, has factored the aspect of curriculum as one of the cardinal objectives of the Nigerian Education Sector Renewal Initiative, NESRI. This is to ensure that the school curricula align with our national needs for skill acquisition, manpower development, and overall transformation of Nigerian society. Conscious that curriculum change is an inevitable phenomenon to ensure responsiveness to national development objectives, societal needs, advancement in knowledge and technologies, as well as other factors and contexts. This situation makes curriculum review reform a fundamental function and endeavor in the educational sector, entailing that the curriculum should be renewed or redesigned at designated intervals as considered exigent to reflect realities.
The world, more than ever before, is going through rapid transformation. Change in the world, in the world today, the scale of change and the speed of change are so rapid in the world today, and that if you have to move with time, you have to ensure that you keep on continuing reforming your curriculum, reviewing it.
We love public display and huge events for weddings, even burials. In fact, the Yorubas have a lovely way of making events look glamorous and extravagant. This usually mounts a lot of pressure on families and intending couples, especially financially. However, the COVID-19 lockdown brought it a different perspective to huge events, and since then, there has been a wave of small, low-key events. And one of the daughters of Nigerian businessman Temi Otedola, during the week, got people talking about her low-key wedding to Nigerian music star Oluwatosin Ajibade, popularly known as Mr. Easy. Just after that, she changed her name to her husband's, and online in-laws couldn't just mind their businesses, but make an issue out of it. Anyways, we all have our views and opinion about how things should be done. However, let's also consider other people's feelings. A video about the Lagos State Governor's surprise visit to inspect the Blue Line train services went viral. During the visit, the governor was seen taking selfies with passengers and interacting with them on their experiences with the train services.
We're on schedule. 4:30 train, taking off all the way to Mount 2, right? I need a 4:30 train. Abi? 4:30. You use the train every day, Abi? And it's very convenient. So we've done over 6 million passengers, right, in 2 years.
Thank you for making life
comfortable, Abi?
Yes.
Go on it, Abi. You enjoy the train? Thank you. We're not 2 years now. And there's no incident, there's no accident, there's nothing negative that has happened. Everyone walking inside you enjoy the train, and it's reliable, it's consistent. Thank you very much. Well, I said it's 2 years, I think I come and have a feel of it. The thing you guys are enjoying, let me also come and...
We met you! I'm so excited.
Enjoy your trip back home. Thank you.
Lovely, isn't it? The 9th National Youth Games came to a close at the Stephen Keshi Stadium, Asaba, Delta State. The defending champions, Delta, couldn't keep up with the title this time around. And that's it on News in Review today. I'm Jennifer Pius. Thanks for your time and have a great night.